Kavanaugh, appointed by Trump and 14th Amendment of 3. He is one of 3 judges who will soon decide if his clause prevents Trump from remaining in office again. New York Attorney General Letitia James in the New York financial case said a judge wanted $370 million from Trump and other defendants, whom she found responsible for years of business practices. Kavanaugh is indebted to Trump key players Trump's lawyer Alina Habba, Supreme Court judges Coney Barrett, Brett Kavanaugh, Neil Gorsuch and Clarence Thomas, Colorado Supreme Court, Maine Foreign Minister Shenna Bellows. It seemed imply that they would show their loyalty to him as whether the change prevented him from taking office in the United States again. I think this should be a smach at the Supreme Court. I believe them, said Habba. Trump's eligibility in 2024 is just one of questions Trump has put before the High Court. Kavanaugh, Coney Barrett and Gorsuch, and Habba's remarks have been viewed by critics as revealing what former president expected of them. Article 14 of the Third Amendment of the Constitution prohibits persons who have sworn before and are later found to be infected by rebellion. Colorado Supreme Court and Bellows. 14. He concluded that change was the case for Trump, who, despite losing 2020 election to Biden, was running a months-long campaign to stay in power. Democrats have called on Judge Thomas to withdraw himself in cases involving the election opened by Trump's lawyers because his wife has been lobbying officials to reverse Trump's loss. Why it matters: the Supreme Court rejects the selective recounting of votes in Florida. George W. Bush v. in 2000. When he actually handed over the presidency to Bush, he has not played such an important role in the presidential election since the Gore case. 14 of the court's involvement in Trump's ballot. The decision on the amendment will be intensively examined in the coming years. James wants $370 million from Trump and other defendants in a post-trial briefing on Engoron. On Friday, Business Insider reported, the state asked Trump and other defendants in the financial case to pay back $370 million worth of unfair gains. The dossier said, witnesses made hundreds of millions of dollars in unfair earnings with their illegal behavior. Engoron has already ruled that the defendants are responsible for years of ulent practices, including inflated asset valuation, which helps them obtain appropriate credit and insurance rates. The trial was partly to determine the penalties for this. James initially asked the defendants for $250 million. In Friday's application, his team also said Trump's company should be banned from doing business in New York. Trump's lawyers will likely reject James' team's allegations of the lawsuit at their briefings on Friday. There is no evidence in records that terms or pricing of any of loans in question may differ, based on false statements claimed by plaint.